to, well, we're gonna try to approve this yet tonight. Anybody object if we simply say to Noel, forward these into Ray, and Ray should include them. Is that okay with everybody? If they're not substantive?
But I would like to have this, walk away this evening with this sign so we can put this contract in place.
We're not gonna walk away with the sign until we get it changed, Ray. We're not gonna walk away signed until we get it changed. There's a bunch of changes we've already agreed we want you to make. I'm not gonna sign it until they're made.
Okay.
But I will ask the board to authorize me to sign it once they are made.
All right, so I'll leave it.
Once we get through this.
Yeah.
I can get with you, Ray.
Okay. You'll submit those to Ray, Noel?
Well, I submitted it to Ray and he didn't understand, so I think I need to just actually get with him and make sure he understands what I'm saying, because actually all it is just changes in capitalization and stuff like that, but apparently he didn't understand.
I have one more thing that should be corrected, and I'll give this, I was giving this to Ray, but it's on Schedule B, which is the last page. And it's to do in the shaded boxes, the 2008 summer season schedule. And obviously it's going by, but I think that it should read, should include Memorial Day weekend, not start on Memorial Day. Memorial Day is Monday, Memorial Day weekend. So in the shaded box, change to 2008 summer season schedule from Saturday of the weekend that includes Memorial Day through and including Labor Day. Because the other thing this box says is to Labor Day, it doesn't say it includes it. And that's two of the most important weekends that we need to have in here.
Everybody agree with that change? Just clarifying. Okay. Anybody else? Dave?
Yeah, I have several questions. On the first page, it sounds like we can get rid of 2 vehicles. Is that right? Did we just buy one of these last year, or is these are 2 different ones? Okay, that's the first question. Second question, are you looking to expand this to the Lake Patrol
No, not this year.
next year?
I don't see why it should change. I would like to have in-house control for Lake Patrol because I think they're called on to do quite a lot of different things and they fall outside of the scope. And I think if we can manage 26 hours, if that's the amount allotted.
I agree with that.
Per week.
Next thing was, we say in here an unmarked cruiser several times, and yet when you go back to Schedule A, we say at least twice maintaining a high visibility patrol. I don't get it.
Well, I don't know, an unmarked cruiser has antenna, it's without chrome, it does stand out. I think it's a very effective deterrence. And you can see one on a highway, and I promise you, you'd recognize it as a policeman.
I'd make a comment to that, the unmarked cruiser, and you see it around here, it's been around, it's far more visible than some
It is.
That's what they call it a patrolman.
That's a good point, Dave. That's what I was gonna say, but
Dark glass, white, looks like a police
Okay.
vehicle with antennas.
Exactly right.
The first time I saw it, I went up to the gate and said, "Why are the police in here?" Well, that's my boss.
And they were here last 4th of July, they give us support, and we had a lot of comments about seeing it.
Yep.
For some reason, our roving patrol vehicle was not visible. All the markings and everything.
Just another pickup truck that runs around here with a sign on the side of it, that's why. But that porcupine that runs around here.
The next thing is, I had trouble reconciling the Schedule B hours of 3512 with the 4265 that's mentioned earlier.
The schedule that's mentioned earlier was based on 82 hours. And since that is carried, that's your base, it's carried all the way across, so it's a good comparison. It shows you that there is a cost savings that you realize for Haines agency with in-house services. They're all use that 82 hours as a base. The schedule, you're right, is different because we did change it later. And the schedule that we're now operating is Schedule B, which has 88 hours rather than 82.
Wait a minute. The total in Schedule B is 3512, and that's all that they're going to do? because they bid 4265, according to the sheet here. So I'm wondering with the other 750 hours, what are they gonna do?
Now, where are you on the?
Right here. Roving control,
Um,
2101.
On this sheet on page,
That's our in-house.
Two.
That doesn't, okay, these are numbers for our in-house roving patrol.
but it says Haines Security,
Above it.
their bid here is
I see.
63,975, based on those hours.
Yeah.
That's based on, it's roughly based on 82 hours a week times 52 weeks a
So
year.
this isn't reconciling.
But it isn't intended to be. It's both, this is 82 hours, this is a different schedule that we're now operating on the Schedule B.
So what's the cost for Haines?
The Haines agency is $15 per hour, which is, if you have 2,000 based on the B schedule, you have about 59% of the year left, so it's about 2,072 hours times 15. Is what, or you could just take 15 times, 15 hours, $15 per hour times 35, 12, and you get the total cost. This is the hour that we were operating with, this is the schedule we were operating with our in-house crew.
One schedule is compare apples and apples, the other schedule is what we're really gonna do. The one using to compare apples with apples is hypothetical. Is that right?
What was what we were operating with at that time?
And he wanted to compare apples and apples in a comparison.
This is 88 hours for the summer season and 60 hours for the off-season.
52,680.
And that's an annual number?
That's this year, right?
Yeah, $52,680.
So that's all it's gonna process instead of this 72,475.
Let me understand the number. Ray, is that $52,000 annualized or from now to the rest of the year?
It is, that is the, if you were to operate as though this were the schedule you were operating for this entire calendar year, you would have 3,512 hours for the year of 08.
And that adds up to 52,000, Jim?
680,
And how much do we have in the budget this year for?
58,000.
Okay.
Plus roving patrol, which isn't in Schedule B.
No, meant
No,
Right.
And what, the number that is not in there too is that you will be paying for fuel for the under the Haines agency.
Right.
Which are estimated about 8,500.
Mr. Ray?
Now I'm even more confused than I was before. I mean,
Okay, let's get it right.
the 4265 is the annual hours, right?
Now, the 3512 is scheduled, right? Schedule B is what we're operating with now.
But
This is
82
part of
hours,
our- This is part of the contract.
but 82 hours times 52 is 4265. And you said it's gonna be 82 hours.
It's not 82 times.
It's not 82.
Oh.
This is a schedule that's part of it. Schedule B is what is with the contract.
Okay.
I think you ought to forget about the schedule that's in the front.
Okay.
It's more confusing than it's worth. Look at Schedule B, that's how we'll operate the roving patrol. 88 hours in the summertime, 60 hours in the wintertime, 3,500 hours total for the year.